But I'm confused when I see news of shops with high top pricing. Ramming campaign devising on dividing us so. Who's to blame when the crime rate soar? With less tax on fat cats at the expense of the poor. With less facts and less, that's the aiming that you're aiming for. Last 10 years ain't been pretty for the public sector. Cannibalized by a countryside Hannibal Lecter. Cannibal lines cause like flies with their infection vectors invading the minds of its protectors. You see the NHS complex with you coming in first place. The lies are dry, the nurses getting paid workly. Promises that you ain't great, deliver on time like we just subscribed to 5 years of Amazon Prime. I can't take this pressure no more. I just want to see some goddamn changes your rhetoric, changing the tone, change to the best and the change the flow, changes the show. I'm asking so you won't ignore. This country's need for some serious education, austerity, changing the greedy, changing prosperity, change for the needy. Is that too much? I ask sincerely, is that too much for you? So watch it clearly, cause I really want to hear the truth. We don't care if our past will change what's a clue, but it's clear in 5 years we need it proof. It ain't a fact that's really...
No, surprisingly not. Although I have a lot of sort of political themes in my hip hop and try and speak about sort of social issues as well, I'm actually not a politician, despite my slightly weaselly looks. Well, I've always been a musician all my life. I started off playing saxophone and guitar. I'm a big fan of bossa nova and Latin jazz, but I've also been a massive fan of hip hop. I grew up listening to a lot of people like Eric Sermon, like the Wu-Tang Clan, Keith Murray, all the old school tracks, and I've always been a huge fan of hip hop. And when I was 21, I just started writing, and all of a sudden, it's like the floodgates opened, and all of a sudden, I just started making hip hop. It's a bit weird for a guy like me, but yeah, I just love it. It's a beautiful genre. Rap for me, it sounds pretentious, but it stands for rhythm and poetry, and I think I try and encompass that in the music that I make.
Sick of sitting around, sick of letting myself down, sick of how it's going, sick of the here and now, sick of getting rejected, not called back and texted, and getting the same email in my Gmail account saying to review my details clearly, the application's out, weighing on my mood so clearly, I'm reeling from the doubt. My motivation's spilling out, congealing on the ground. The only thought bouncing around is, can I take another round? Of course I can. But monotony saps the cardio. I relapse back to the scraps of the same scenario. It gets real hard to remind myself at times that it's fine with some days. Yeah, make it feel like I just wanna fade away. Yeah, but one day, somehow, some way, we'll make it out one day. Yeah, one day. No prospects that make it hard to see the future. Tying up loose ends with a thin wire suture. Get a text, it says go to therapy, it'll suit you. Better than being alone in your room on your computer. I'm vexed cause I can't see the forest for the trees. How do I talk to these